What's up, VC? This is George back with another update. This is for August 10th already, 2013. Summer's almost over, halfway over, more than halfway over. It's been a couple weeks since my last update. I got quite a few titles over the last 2 weeks. Mostly just out digging. And some stuff from work. I got some new titles as well, but most of these are all stuff that I've been looking for that I found pretty cheap. Most are $1 or $1 LP titles. I got about 40 albums here, so I'm going to try and go through this quick. I was thinking about making this two videos, but I'm just going to shoot for the one, see how long it is. But so we'll jump right into it. I hope everybody's summer's doing good, going well so far. Like I said in my last video, that I probably wouldn't be picking for a while. Obviously that was a bunch of shit, because I found a ton of stuff. So let's jump right into it. First up, Mama's Pride, Southern Rock. Kind of hard to find nowadays. Really good record. I heard a couple tracks from this, probably on YouTube. I heard it, but I finally tracked one down, and for $1, really good record, I thought. Again, these are all mint or near mint condition. This one's The Neighborhoods, Reptile Men. Kind of like an indie punk type thing. Really good record though. I like this a lot. This came out on Emergo Records out of New York, 1987. Emergo was distributed by Roadrunner. So this is kind of a hard one to find now too. I think they reissued this record on CD at some point with a different cover and a different title. It might have been self-titled. Something weird like that. Cool to find that. Next up is a 1979 single from the Records. And this is Rock and Roll Love Letter. And it's got Wives and Mothers of Sorrow and Starry Eyes Live on the B-side. I love that Records album that this came off of. I actually found a copy of the first album finally in mint condition, which I'll be showing a couple minutes here. So that was cool. A Private Press metal thing put out in 1984 on Diamond Records. The band's called Luxury. Nervous as Hell is the title. It's a 4-track, like I said, private press EP, independent EP. I saw this years and years ago, probably when I worked at one of the various record stores I worked at throughout high school and shit. Never picked it up, never thought much about it, and then I found it for $1, so figured I'd pick that up. Kind of, you know, your typical early 80s metal. This one with the jacket's beat up at the bottom. Looked like there was some water damage and it stuck to another thing, but it's got what's his name? Oh, Dave Edmunds. It's Ducks Deluxe. This one's Don't Mind Rockin' Tonight. You can see the damage here. The vinyl's mint, but the LP jacket was a little, you know, looked like it got stuck to something, or it was, you know, wet at one point. It's not, you know, it's not warped or anything like that, but I only listened to a couple tracks on here. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be like early 80s pop rock with a little indie thrown in, but I thought it was really good. So I'll be digging back into this one at some point. UK single for Billy Idol's Don't Need a Gun. It says the acapella version and a track called Fatal Charm, which I think's on the album. I think I have all the Billy Idol singles now. I never saw this one before, so I was surprised to see it and picked it up. This one I found at Goodwill, of all places. There just happened to be a Goodwill next to one of the supermarkets we were at, me and my wife, and I just walked over. I found this Johnny Mathis one. It's The Rhythms and Ballads of Broadway. It's a double LP. It's almost near mint. When I checked the vinyl, it's got the 6-eyed Columbia, label. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It says demonstration only on it, not for sale. I thought that was kind of cool, and it was 25 cents. So I like Johnny Mathis. I'm not familiar with anything on here. There's a lot of Broadway tunes and stuff, but for a quarter, I didn't even listen to it yet. Chances are I probably won't, anytime soon, but I just thought that demonstration thing on the label was kind of cool, so I picked it up. Like I said, it was only a quarter. Next up, I found a German pressing of Jerry Reed's 20 best hits, or the best 20 of the best of Jerry Reed. And this has got like When You're Hot, You're Hot, Amos Moses, Alabama Wild Man, You Got a Lock on Me, Eastbound and Down, and Texas Bound and Flying from Smokey and the Bandit. Nice German pressing, really killer. I liked some Jerry Reed. I found an upgrade of the Hydra record, Rock the World. Mine was good, but this one's mint. The jacket's got some ring wear. That's about it. The vinyl's virtually unplayed. Really cool hard rock power trio from like 81 or something like that, or 77 on Polydor. Really killer album. Really, really good record. This was the other quarter. I found this for a quarter at the same Goodwill as I got the Johnny Mathis. And that's the first Leif Garrett record. Yep, Leif Garrett. He does The Wanderer. Look at that hair. Wow, he's dreamy. It's got The Wanderer, California Girls, Put Your Head on My Shoulder, Johnny Be Good, Run Around Sue, Surfing USA. Really a cheese fest, but pretty cool. Next up, I found the US 12-inch from the Morris Day and the Time. This is the Bird remix. It's a 6-minute, 25-second version with the B-sides, My Drawers. I love the Time. Morris Day and the motherfucking Time. Really cool. Now if I could find the 12-inch for, what's the other hit off of that record? Jungle Love. Anybody knows if there's extended remix of Jungle Love out there, let me know. Next up is another, I think, US pressing. It's a 2 LP set. It's called Good Old Rock and Roll. A compilation. It's got the Coasters, Dobie Gray, Sam the Sham, the Crests, Jumpin' Gene Simmons, the Impalas, the Olympics. Really cool. I guess mid-60s comp. This was put out in 78, Gusto Records, but I think it's all 60s stuff. Really cool though. Another one I found in mint condition, Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels Greatest Hits. Devil with a Blue Dress. Really kick-ass. That's such a kick-ass song. So that's awesome. Then I found these two. These I was floored to find these. These are first pressings, both on Imperial Records. One's an import. But first, the first one, yeah, I'll show you the import first. It's called This Is Fats Domino. This is the UK pressing. Was distributed by London Records in the UK. Really killer. Super thick, 180 gram vinyl. Check that out. Nice purple London label. Really cool. This actually might not be a first. This might be a second. Not 100% because I'm not sure how the UK pressings worked. I'm trying to think. I would imagine this is probably not a first after all. Now that I'm looking at it again, but really killer though. Sounds great. I listened to it 2 nights ago. And the other one, I know this is the original pressing on Imperial, and this is Fats Domino Swings. Basically, this is best of on Imperial. It's got Blueberry Hill, Ain't That a Shame, but they call it Ain't It a Shame. I'm Walking, Whole Lot of Lovin'. But this thing is like, I mean, there's no splits, no nothing. It's dead mint, really, really great shape. Cool, the old Imperial label. I put a new inner jacket in it, inner sleeve. Here's the original inner sleeve. So that's cool. And again, this sounds, I listened to this the same night I listened to the This Is Fats, and it's sounds amazing. I love finding these old artists, you know, like the original pressing stuff. If it wasn't for them, you know, wasn't for these guys, there'd be no rock and roll today. And that's the truth. Guys like Chuck Berry and Fats Domino and Little Richard and Jerry Lee, and they're all classic. Found this for $1. Never heard this before, but it's who's in this band? Nobody I really know. It's produced by Kim Mitchell. It's Coney Hatch. Self-titled. This is on Mercury. Again, mint. Not familiar with that record. And then here's that First Records LP. Killer Gatefold. Really cool pop punk from the early 80s. I guess 1980 maybe. 79. 1979. Really good album. That's a great record. Another one I picked up is Gold Stamp Promos, the Rockettes. Or I'm sorry, the Rockets. No Ballads. Not familiar with that. I haven't listened to this one yet. They put a big old sticker over the Gold Stamp Promo, but so I'm curious to hear that. It looks pretty cool. I like going in like the old days when you walked in a record store and you could look at an album and kind of get the idea of what it would sound like. Most of the time it sounded exactly like you thought it would, and other times it didn't sound anything like the album cover. But picked up another. I thought I got this before. I probably did. Icon, the first one. I just found another copy. I'm almost positive I picked this up before, and I probably still haven't listened to that one yet. I got 2 bins of stuff upstairs I need to listen to, even from vacation. Next up, Y&T and Rock We Trust. I didn't have this one on vinyl. I have this on CD. It was cool to find that for $1. I found another, this is awesome, another sealed copy of Lizzie Borden's Master of Disguise. I think this is the last album they pressed on vinyl. But I found a sealed one last year and opened it to listen to it, so I'm going to keep that one sealed. Another Grail. This was a Grail. I found this for $1. I've been looking for this on vinyl for quite a while now. eBay always has it for... I always get outbid because I always put like 12 or 15 bucks in. But that's the Hangman. I was super excited to find this. Really killer hard rock band. More grit than hard rock, more bluesy. Really kill. Really killer band though. Excuse me. So I was happy to find that one. Another band I didn't have anything on. I found this again in the dollar stuff. Trooper, Knock 'Em Dead Kid. I haven't listened to this one yet, but looks like that whole 70s vibe that I'm into, so definitely be checking that one out. Found a copy of the Killer Dwarfs Dirty Weapons on vinyl finally. I have every other Dirty Killer Dwarfs LPs on vinyl. I think this was their last studio album. You know, unless they've done reunion ones since, but I remember liking this album, but not as much as I did like Stand Tall and even the first album, but I remember it was pretty good. This one's Sabu, Paul Sabu. His debut EP. He's dreamy too. I don't know why guys have to plaster their big face on the cover like that. Never got that. I guess the girls can hang them up on their walls back in the day. I know Paul Sabu's done like some hard rock stuff, but I haven't listened to that either. Found this single, promo single on Nemperor Records, and that's the Romantics, Talking in Your Sleep. And it has the instrumental version on the flip side, but I love the Romantics. Really killer. Don't know anything about these guys. These guys are on Casablanca. This is a Canadian pressing. The only reason I picked it up is because it was on Casablanca. And it's from the 70s. I think. Yeah, 1978. Stone Bolt. I've looked these guys up. I think they have 2 or 3 albums out. Not quite sure, but I'll be listening to this at some point. Like I said, it's Casablanca. This is the Canadian pressing, and it's actually still sealed. But that was in the dollar stuff. Found a gold stamp promo, the first Shotgun Messiah record. Really killer album. I love the second album just as much as the first one, Second Coming. Although I don't think that's on vinyl. I've never seen it on vinyl anyway. But really killer glam. And Harry Cody, the guy that played guitar for these guys, fucking one of the most underrated guitar players in the world, I thought. Man, that guy, his sound and his tone on those albums were just unbelievable. And then I found this Kieran Lisco and the Attitude. This is on Max's Kansas City record label out of New York. Kind of what you would think for that vibe. Really good, like late 70s rock and roll. Pretty killer though. I didn't realize Max's Kansas City had a record label. Another 70s band. Doesn't have the date, but Rough Diamond. Typical 70s hard rock, kind of like Uriah Heep type stuff. Pretty good though. Picked up one Joan Jett I didn't have on vinyl, up your alley. Nothing special about this, but there you go. It's got Hate Myself for Loving You on there. Pretty killer album. Gold Stamp promo, The Best of Taj Mahal. I think this is volume 1. I've never actually seen volume 2, but the spine says volume 1, but it doesn't say anywhere on the front cover volume 1. It's weird. Really cool blues stuff. Really super thick, hard cardboard cover. Like I said, gold stamp promo. So that's killer. I like Taj. late 70s, early 80s, or mid 80s. No, it's probably mid 80s. Rock and roll band. That's the only way to describe them. The Godfathers. Hit by Hit. And this is on Link Records. I think this is their first one. And then I picked up Birth, School, Work, and Death. Really cool. Cool mid 80s like rock. Not new wave, but rock and roll, I guess. Really killer band though. Then I found, I think I picked up one of these guys' albums a few months ago. There's two different versions of this band, two different bands with the same name. This is Rage. This is the self-titled one on Atlantic. It's got the radio station call letters written on there. I can get rid of that stuff. And they also like circled the song titles, and it says regular hard rock, which I could. And it's a gold stamp, but I should be able to get rid of that stuff. The vinyl's mint, but the cover's just got the writing on it. This one was cool. It's Queen's Greatest Hits. This is a Japanese pressing. Super thick inner sleeve. And then it's got the Japanese booklet with all the lyrics. Yeah, pretty killer. Doesn't have the OBI strip. I think this is second pressing. I don't think it's the first pressing. Just by the research I did on it. This came out in 1981. And I don't know. Any Japanese pressings always sound better than the US. This I remember seeing. This is another one I saw when I worked in record stores in the 80s. They're a local band. They're called Witness. This is a 6-song EP. Recorded pretty much where like Cinderella recorded their first record and their demos down at Cajun Victory Studios in Gladwin, which is about 10 minutes from here, 15 minutes from here. I don't recognize any of the guys' names on there, but the Dave Whitman kind of sounds familiar to me, but haven't listened to this yet, but I'm sure it's like the straight up mid-80s Phillies pop rock. And I found a complete Alive 2, nothing special. It's got the tattoo, the booklet, and the order form in it. Which you never see that with the tattoo anymore. And a couple new things I got here. Actually 3. The self-titled from the Street Dogs. Kind of like Flogging Molly, maybe a little more punk than the Celtic thing going on, although they do have the Celtic sound, but pretty killer pop punk record. And this came with a CD. It comes with the CD, right? This is what cracks me up. Band like this that's on Hellcat Records, which I love Hellcat Records. They do Lars Frederiksen from Rancid solo albums and shit like that. $9 you get the vinyl. It's black vinyl, but you get you get a CD copy as well. So you know it can be done. So major labels, if any of you assholes out there are watching, quit charging $25 fucking for a new Black Sabbath record and get nothing with it. You get the LP. You could charge $12 and put the CD in there if you really wanted to. Quit price gouging the shit out of everybody. That's why I don't buy new records anymore. You know, brand new releases, because 3 years ago, everybody in the vinyl community could go out and buy something new on a major label for $14 tops. And then as soon as vinyl picks up again and starts selling again, then you're seeing list prices of $27.99 for a single LP, or $30 for a double LP. It's ridiculous. So anything I buy new now is independent, and it's $10. Like I just ordered the new Panic Beats record. It was $9.99, colored vinyl. You get a CD with it or the download with it, one of the two, and $9.99. And guess what? They didn't charge me shipping. So major labels, fuck you. That's my rant for today. I could go on. I might do a rant video. I'll do that next. These two I got from King Yum Records in Boston, Massachusetts. Brand new band. These were $9 each. First is the first, I think. Yeah, because it's KY Jelly. No. KY001, and that's The Connection. This is a 6-song EP. Boston hard rock, kind of pop, like Ramones type stuff, I guess you could say. Really, really awesome. And they're full length, Let It Rock. Alright, Let It Rock's their full length. This was also $9. Now check this out. The full length came with a download of the album and purple marble, almost rainbow marble vinyl. Really killer. Old school label, kind of looks like the I forget that label that had the red and white. Really killer rock and roll band. That's all I could say about them. Kind of Ramonesy, maybe a little more crunchier guitars, like, you know, I don't want to say AC/DC, but and here's the self-titled. Check this out. Clear vinyl. Look how clear that vinyl is. You can see right through it. And this is, you play this at 45 RPM. So like I said, major labels, it can be done. You just like price gouging the shit out of people, because you know people will buy it. I, for one, stop buying it. I won't buy any new releases. The only new release I would buy today, if it came out, would be AC/DC. I just, you know, I can't pay that kind of money for it anymore. It's ridiculous. I'm going to do my rant now. So, the vinyl update is now over, and now it's time to rant. Like I said earlier, you know what, I'll save this for another time. Nobody wants to hear me rant. Anyway, The Connection, definitely check them out. So that's it for this update. It's a long one, again, it always is, but I got a lot of stuff coming, I can't lie to you. I got a trip to Princeton planned this week for Princeton Record Exchange, so you'll probably be seeing my ugly mug within the next week or so, probably this week sometime. I'm planning on going maybe Wednesday. We'll see how the weather is. It's supposed to be nice, so anyway, I actually lost some subscribers. I don't know if anybody else had this issue, but it looks like 10 of my subscribers were and it happened like overnight. So I mean, if they unsubscribe, that's fine. I don't, you know, whatever. But it's odd that 10, unless I suck that bad, maybe I'll have like maybe 10 more or 10 less when this video is up. Or if maybe people didn't like my Ted Nugent comment last video that he's a fucking jackass. Hey Ted, keep your mouth shut, you fucking tool bag. I hate that motherfucker. I can't stress enough how much I hate that motherfucker. And it just ruins it for me because I like his music. And now when I hear Ted on the radio, I want to turn it off. I don't know. He needs to shut up. Although he hasn't been saying too much the last couple months, but Uncle Ted, go shoot something, would you? But anyway, if I offended anybody with my Ted Nugent opinion, again, it's my opinion that he's a douchebag and he needs to suck on his own shotgun. But, I apologize if you don't like my opinion. That's just me. What are you going to do? Anyway, that's enough bullshit for now. Keep an eye on, I'll be doing another DVD and Blu-ray update soon. I'm going to be doing a movie review for Hatchet 3. Then I just got another movie review I think I'm going to do for Frankenstein's Army. That was fucking unbelievable. If you've never heard of Frankenstein's Army, it's on video on demand right now. Go check it out. It's wild. It's fucking crazy movie. Really good movie. I think I might just do updated reviews on certain things along with the DVD review and LP review, like for new records on CD. Like I said, there's not much new on LP that I'll be buying because the prices are too much. I think the last thing I got was the Queensryche, and I only got that because they did it right and put it out for like $12 or something. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you all probably this week. You'll see this ugly mess of a mug. So take it easy. Peace. What's up, guys? George back again to do another update. This is just the LP update for yeah. Where the fuck is the stop button?